And we're live. Welcome, everybody. Tally Book Troubleshooting. 6 months after Sky High for Kids, cutting our hair. If you recall, back in September, there was a great event in the Permian Basin where Sky High for Kids, if you're not familiar with them, they raise money for kids with cancer and a few other diseases that they take care of and help with a lot of the bills and getting them in touch with the right people to take care of them. Had a big banquet and a whole bunch of, craziness happened. And, today's episode is about kind of going back and reliving what kind of happened then. Today's episode, Tally Book Troubleshooting, brought to you by 413 Mechanical. We're here for all your construction needs. Reach out to us for your earthwork, your construction, concrete, grouting. We do structural steel, you name it. Reach out to us today about it. Also, I'm working with the Oil and Gas Workers Association. We're raising funds to buy water or water itself, pallets of water here in the Permian Basin to try and help the people up in East Palestine, Ohio. And we're trying to finish out probably 5 more pallets to go to fill up a tractor trailer is what we're looking for. So reach out today. And without any further ado, basically there was 4 guys. Never had there been more than one guy, I think, is what happened at Sky High for Kids. I don't think it ever really had more than one guy try to donate or cut his hair before. And at this particular event, it was all men. And so first on the list to introduce themselves, I'm going to bring up Gabriel Cruz. Gabe, thank you for joining us, sir.
Hey, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Tell everybody a little bit about who you are. We'll get to the haircutting and all that adventure here in a minute.
Yeah, my name is Gabe Cruz. Been working out in the oil field for the last 10 years now, in various capacities, working on the directional side. Now I'm working with Daenerys on the casing side. But it was a privilege to have met someone when I'd had my hair about right here who told me, he's like, hey, there's this really cool event that's going on. You should be a part of it. You should donate your hair. And I was like, I'm kind of attached to it, but sure, why not? Let's do it.
You came all the way from Colorado, didn't you, to do this?
I did. I had moved. I was out in the Permian before I made the decision, and then I moved, and then I came back, and I got a cut.
Awesome, sir. So, awesome. Thank you very much.
It was a great event.
We'll get into a little bit about how much was all raised and what we all kind of did. Next on the list, Nicholas Talent. Sir, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. My name is Nicholas Talent. I work in Midland, Texas with a small company called Traverse Exploration. I'm also the co-chair for the Permian Basin Sky High event and an ambassador for Sky High. And I've been involved with the organization since roughly like 2016, and every capacity could be volunteering, sponsoring, going to events, buying auction items. Heck, I bought a puppy there. So, and I apologize for my very boring backdrop. I'm actually holed up at the country club because my office it's under construction, and I've got 4 dogs in my house. So this is my solitude. This is all I got.
That looks like Rich Mahogany behind you, Ron Burgundy. He'd be in love with you. No worries. Not boring at all. And last but definitely not least, Mr. J.P. Warren. For those who have been living under a rock, tell everybody who you are.
Well, first off, not to do a background flex on you, Nicholas, but I'm actually in my father-in-law's office in his chair. All right. It's my wife's birthday, and I'm finding great pictures of my wife on her birthday. So I want to shout out to my beautiful bride, Monica, on her birthday, sitting in my father-in-law's chair, who was a landman for L-Log. But no, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see the band's back together. I originally started growing my hair out long because my wife thought it would be good looking. So it, obviously, when your wife decides to do something, whether it's whatever, you're gonna do it. And then I had Brittany on my podcast, Energy Crew, and she kind of called me out on it, saying, you gonna cut your hair for Sky. And I was like, yeah, we'll see about that. But then I had another buddy, Chris Gallio, who's on the I guess the white young professionals section of Sky High, and he kind of talked me into it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. We'll do it then. We'll do it. So it was September, and flew out to Midland to get the locks chopped for. And honestly, like coming up to it, I thought it would be like a great cause, and yeah, it's for the kids and all that stuff. But once I was there, and once you start seeing how much even a $5 donation, how that helps a family or a child who's been affected with a pediatric cancer, like it was pretty heavy, man. Gabe, I was sitting next to me, and Gabe was getting a lot of the wind dust coming to his eyes, and it was kind of hitting me too. But it was very emotional. There was a lot of pollen in that room, but it was very impactful, very awesome experience for me. So I know that. So glad to be here. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas, first, do you recall you were working with Sky High there? How much money was raised? Was I correct? Is it over $35,000 between the four of us?
Oh yeah. Hair donations only. It was over 35,000.
So, and had there ever been like, I think there was another gentleman too, and I forgive me, I don't think he was part of the donation or like the fundraising part, because you had to have like a website set up ahead of time. But had you ever had four guys set up ahead of time to come and donate their hair?
No. And actually, I'm a little upset that y'all stole my thunder, because I was already planning on doing it. And there's normally only one guy. And then it's just like a stage full of women. And then next thing I know, there's like an online campaign between y'all two. And I'm like, oh, so we just got a stage full of dudes. So, I think up for that, because I think it brought like more attention to the event, honestly. It's just having a bunch of, good-looking guys up there cutting their hair.
I always say, instead of the Allman Brothers, we're the Oilman's Brothers.
Allman Brothers.
Yeah, you gotta say it out though for people to get it. That's what I've learned.
Well, I originally, I went to an event, probably it was like a year and a half or so, like in San Antonio, and I saw them do that, and my hair already kind of started being a little bit long, and I was like, man, I could, in a year and a half, I probably could get my hair close, at least, in the ballpark to donating it. And always try and bother my wife that my hair is better than hers, where it's not even close, but it's always a nice little joke to throw around. And so it really ended up being pretty fun kind of deal to do. Now, I know I had the shortest hair of everybody there, but I think I kind of came on top the night of the donations, didn't I?
The night of, but also going back to the whole better hair with the wife thing. I thought one funny part of this whole thing leading up to is like, you got this long hair, and it's like, you try to get ready and all that stuff. Obviously, it takes a lot, but like the hair's in the shower. You just blame it on the wife nonstop. Like, babe, it's your hair. She's like, James, that's your hair. I know it is. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I've got too much red.
The slideshow kind of showing what we kind of had out there. Shout out everybody who is watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Harold Reamer, thank you, sir. Appreciate you tuning in. That's the boss, guys. So say hi. Make sure.
Hello, Harold. Thank you for tuning in, Harold. Thank you for sponsoring this as well.
Yeah.
413 Mechanical in the house.
Heck yeah! Shout it out. JP, Robert Gatewood saying hi. So. All awesome, guys. What was I gonna, before we brought this up? I was gonna go, well, without further ado, let's take it back to that night. This was 6 months ago, almost to the day. So it was September 10th, but Tally Book Tuesday fell on a 7th. So this is what we were kind of at here. Now, Gabe, yours is in a ponytail back here.
I'm also like the shortest person by like a foot.
Oh no, so you and me were about the same height, so don't even worry about that. I thought that was a pretty neat picture, because that was
a great pick.
Bookends, y'all just bookends.
When we did that, when the fundraiser page came along, I was like, man, you could just kind of, hey, donate. It's a great cause. I really thought it would be awesome to make it Houston versus Permian, and that really took off for a lot of people, at least. Like, shout out to JD Snelson, the Privateers. They took it pretty, serious. I know you had guys, JP, really kind of going with it as well. Once again.
Yeah, so Gabe, that was the seat where the air duct was blowing on your eyes. And
it was like right.
Yeah, it was right there, man. It just wouldn't stop.
I think there was a haboob that was going through or something like that earlier too.
Watery eyes.
Yeah. It's all right. Then cry.
That straight hair look is something else, sir. Do you miss it?
So look, my daughter misses it. My wife misses it. Look, yeah, certain part because I felt kind of like when I started my company and started kind of getting kicked off and all that stuff, like the hair was part of it. Yeah, certain parts of me miss it, but when it comes to kind of efficiency and time saved, no. But that doesn't mean that it's gone forever. That being said, I have not got a haircut since September 10th.
So that has been, my question to all of you. We got people, version of, Prater. Today's version is CZ Top. Well, it was back then, definitely. But I never had my hair straightened like that, so it was a little
glorious. It was glorious. It was beautiful, especially when the wind caught it and it was a slow-mo camera on you. It was that was the inspirations for the for my promo to get people. And that's the same thing, Keith. I was in the same boat as you, man. Oh gosh. Gabe, that's a beautiful hair, buddy.
Now that does it justice. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I would give you had the best hair of all of us, Gabe. Definitely.
You touched that Houston humidity of that hair, Gabe, son. That is where it's at.
So have you cut your hair? So
I couldn't straighten that.
JP kind of, one of my first questions was going to be to all of you. Have you cut your hair since the event? So JP, he hasn't. I haven't either. But that's where I've kind of been like, do I want to do this again? Do I, okay, enough with the long hair. Gabe, have you had a haircut since the event?
I had one cut.
One haircut. One piece of haircut.
But that was pretty much close to the after the event. Just a single hair. No, it was pretty close to the after the event because man, it was a job.
Well, hey, Gabe,
I had a hack job.
Oh, mine was a hack job too. Do you remember after the event, they would clean us up like in that office with the carpet in the office, just like start cutting hair. They were coming in. They're like, "What are you guys doing in here? Like cutting hair? Like, we need a spot."
You're supposed to be here.
Yeah, that was for you guys. The last person who got their hair, me. I didn't even get that, courtesy. They were like, "Oh, I can go get my hair cleaned up. Oh, the lady's done. She's out of here." And I was like, "What?"
I didn't get that. That wasn't an
yeah. So, Nicholas, question to you: have you cut your hair since?
I mean, I don't know. Like maintenance, right? Like trimming up like the back neckline, and then I took
Have you been to a bar? So you have been to a barber, someone who has cut hair.
Well, yeah. You got to clean up like your neckline, all the strays, and then like little split in maintenance. But it's pretty much not really. I don't know.
I was the butt of this joke here on the screen, but somebody really has to appreciate when artists. Value is up there. It definitely
Keith,
was.
That was the morning of during the campaign to push Permian versus Houston. And
That's
yes,
right.
for the record,
right.
yes, Keith, that evening you did come on top. Yes, that evening.
Well, I thought it was over after that. I stopped. You offered what? Did you offer your mustache? There was
Look, here's
right?
Here's the thing, Keith. After the event, the giving doesn't stop in my book. Okay, you cut my hair, it does not stop in my book. So what's funny is I made a post about my hair being cut, and I still have my mustache, and I'm pretty proud of that stash. And people was obviously still talking jive about the mustache, and I'm like, all right, well I can't. I'll tell you what. Let's keep giving then. So you got 48 hours. Let's raise some funds. So I think I raised about $1,500 that weekend to shave my mustache.
Yes, you did. So in the end, you did. But the night of, I was announced the winner. I just want that for the record. So
hey, look, that's fine. At the end of the day, Keith, I try to tell you this: the kids are the ones that are winners, not you or me or Gabe or Nicholas.
The kids definitely were the winner that night.
Hey, the best part is you can
wonderful.
see Nicholas in the background. You can see Nicholas in the background.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Yep. Blurry me. That's the Sasquatch pic.
I had no idea what I was doing. Straightening it. It looks so bad.
You should do the event in Houston next time. See if you can double the proceeds. Shots fired.
I actually think there is an event in Houston in the springtime though for a haircut for the chopping the locks.
I think there's one in San Antonio.
There's a Sky High event. Yeah, there's a Sky High event in Houston, San Antonio, Midland, Lafayette, and Tulsa.
This one's definitely one of the better ones. Straightening the hair there, definitely the one to close it out for sure. So, next question. So, some of you have had some trims, some of you have not. Are you going to do it again? Are you going to donate your hair again? Go through all the hassle of growing it out, getting it long enough, and doing this over again? Was it ultimately it was worth it, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Should let somebody else take the reins, or what's your feelings? Start with you, Gabe.
If I can get it to right here, I'm going to go all the way. So I'm putting that out there. I don't know. I've got like maybe a year. If it can get to right here, I'm going to do it.
Perfect. Nicholas?
I think I just see it as like a call to arms type situation. So I'm totally okay with somebody else coming in and taking the reins this year. I mean, I'm not going to be there yet, but I'm not that far away. So I think 2024 September could be my year. I don't know if I would be ready by the Houston event 2024, because honestly, man, I really needed that last 4 months, 5 months in order to, because we had to make a mandatory height, like a length requirement. So we'll just see how it's coming in. But I have no appointments on the books to get my hair cut anytime soon. So as of right now, you put me in I'm in the bullpen. Okay, I'm in the bullpen. Just call me in the game, coach.
I'm definitely going to need at least 2 years. They had to cut me right to pretty much the scalp to even make it close. But even then, there was, I think, controversy. But I think because I raised the money that I did, I think they let me go by. So, JP, what's your plans?
Well, I think obviously Nicholas, you and I are kind of in the same boat. My hair is still pretty long. What I'm thinking about doing this summer, just for business purposes, only getting an 80s power mullet, which is for mainly business purposes, to show people that I'm straight business. So I think this summer I'm gonna rock the 80s power mullet, and obviously my wife and my daughter want me to grow it back. So I'm kind of in Nicholas' boat too. It might be another year before we do that. But that being said, I mean, I kind of want to so the length requirement was 8 inches, Lord, and
from the ponytail.
From the ponytail. So yeah, once you notch it, it's 8 inches down. But that being said, look, that was 4 of us raising over $35K. Can you imagine if there was 7 people watching this or 10 people watching this, and I could, guys or girls, and say, I'm gonna kind of, so at the end of the day, if we can get 2 to 3 people to jump in 2023, or even 6-10 people jump in 2023, and kind of double what we did, and then we'll come back and do that. So even if we kind of get a few people outside of us this year that can kind of come in and donate their hair and raise funds and awareness, I think that'd be awesome.
I actually think because it was all guys for the most part in the Permian, it should be this year. Should be girls this year should step up and donate their hair. Give the guys a year off to grow their hair, and then this year we should
guys versus girls. And it's like the girls lose and they got to go full Britney.
It's not that. Nobody.
That would be a motivator to raise a lot of money. Like, just like, I gotta go.
That'd be intense.
Guys versus girls would be a pretty. But I was figuring, they could take it over this year, give us a little time to get the hair growing back, and then the year after, you never know what we could do. I still think there's quite a few long-haired guys out there that could probably step it up this year. Oh, Prater.
Oh, there is. And hey, look, and if anyone's out there tuning in and listening to kind of how this is done or anything like that, I looked at several places to kind of donate the hair. Once people started talking, once my hair started getting a certain length and all that stuff, Sky High for me, number one, I guess the proximity towards the people that it's helping was a big decider right there. And the second thing is, it was so easy to set up, and also it was so fun to do. I mean, you can get creative when it's trying to raise funds and awareness, promotions, and all that stuff. So it was such an easy process. If you're thinking about kind of want to go an extra, 4 or 5 months, not get a haircut, whether you're a guy or a girl out there, and whatever you identify with out there, and just kind of get it cut and kind of raise funds and awareness for this. It's such a great, it really was a great cause. So it's I highly encourage people out there listening, either you do it or talk to someone in your family to do it or your friends, because it's a good time. It's definitely worth it.
Nobody. We're all natural. No supplements on this side. Would y'all want me to do a quick, just a quick description of what Sky High is or what we do?
For sure, sir. Yes.
So Sky High's mission is to end pediatric cancer through hard works, and just donate for research, bring families and communities together, and also help children that are fighting other life-threatening illnesses. So our main fundraising partners are St. Jude, Texas Children's, and Ronald McDonald House of Memphis. So I know that we have, $25 million commitments with St. Jude in regards to it's being split between their Advanced Research Center for Neurology and I believe immunotherapy. And then with Texas Children's, we're doing their Global Hope program because, our mission is to end pediatric cancer. It doesn't stop in the United States. And unfortunately, in sub-Saharan Africa, it's one of the lowest, survival rates with children. So we are going in there. And we're not only helping with Texas Children's, build facilities, but we're also helping train doctors, which is the biggest part, because once you can get them trained, they can kind of help train others. Brittany and a couple of the other people from Sky High, and including some of our board members, travel out there too. So they go there. Also, we're helping Texas Children's with immunotherapy. And then Ronald McDonald House, Houston, is very special to us. Memphis is very special to us because it is next to St. Jude, and they house all the families at cost. So we have pledges with them as well. We'll install generators and things of that nature. And then when it comes to local impacts, we had a family here in Midland. He was actually a patient spokesman in our event, but when his dog died and he was going through treatment, we went and got him, a new dog and had it trained, which is very expensive to train a service animal. Or we'll fly families to certain facilities because when you're going through that type of treatment, your immune system is very compromised. So sometimes we'll get a private plane just donated for the family. It's whatever you need. We host carnivals and movie nights at the actual hospitals. So we'll show up, we'll put up tents and game rooms and stuff, and we'll all dress in character. And so it's very personable. And we'll do blanket nights and just drop off blankets to kids. So it goes from just raising a bunch of money to actually being very personable with the families that are seeking treatment and going through this. And if y'all know from the going through something like this and would like any advice or whatnot, they can always reach out to anybody that's involved with Sky High, myself, Aaron Williams, Taylor Sass, Brittany, Grace, just anybody, and we'll do our best to get them in the right spot.
Nicholas, one of the things that I thought was really cool about this, I've gone to a couple, Sky happy hours and all that stuff. One of the things I thought was really cool about this, and I think you're exactly right, is how personable it was. You go there, you're oh, we raised, $1,000 or $500, whatever it is. But the way it breaks it, the way it was kind of broken down to people sitting in the audience, sitting in the chairs, was hey, look, this $50, that is a blood test. This $100, it's a night at the hospital. This $500 is helping a family out who's dealing with a week-long treatment and put them in a hotel. You start seeing kind of the breakdown of where it's actually going in the lives that it's impacting. So you talk about personal, brother. That's the nail on the head, man. It was a very personal experience.
And all of our financial forms are on the website, so we're fully transparent as far as where the finances go, the Form 990s. The reason that we're, our cost basis for events is better than 80 cents to the dollars donated, which is crazy in the event space because we're kind of powered by an army of volunteers. I'm not getting paid for any of this. So we've got a bunch of really, really great volunteers and in all of our host cities. And, that's another thing. If anybody's interested to volunteer for a committee, we're always looking for good help. That could be San Antonio, Houston, Midland, just wherever. And I know our Permian event, we raised over, I think, $700,000 total.
Wow.
And the mayor was a big part of that. That's huge.
Damn.
So that's amazing. That's amazing.
A lot of companies, reached out too, shout out a couple of my big donors, Basin Fluids, the privateers, a lot of those people, ARC donated lots of money back then. Like it was, from individual small donations to, big ones. It was great. Like JP, I know you had some great people behind you as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Anybody you can shout
I mean,
out?
people. There was so many people that donated, whether it was $20 here or $1,000 there. 1,500. I mean, Panther drone fluids. They donated I think 1,500 or $2,000 or something like that. Like there was a lot of great people that just came out hey, look, this is a great cause, or hey, look, I know someone whose child's affected with this. I'd love to donate to this. The people came out of the woodwork to support this because it was such an impactful cause on people's lives. So, thank you to everyone who donated, not just to my campaign, but to everyone's campaign, not just here, but in the past as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone you want to shout out, Gabe, who donated to you that you can remember offhand? I know lots of people. I'm forgetting them all, and I feel horrible. Heck, my dad even, they had to open up an international. I called the Sky High people, and they're like, man, some people from Canada want to donate. Can you open it up to international? And they were like, what? Okay, sure. Sounds good. So anybody you want to shout out, Gabe?
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to. I wasn't able to raise as much funds as you guys, but I will say my biggest donor was actually my parents. So shout out to mom and dad. Thanks for donating. It was a great cause, and I guess you guys figured I needed a haircut bad enough that you paid a lot of money for it. So
that is definitely the message they were sending, sir. I am definitely. My dad was the same way. He's like, "Wait, if I send you money, you'll get a haircut, you hippie." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay."
So. I always tell people it was the cheapest, most expensive makeover I ever got in my life.
Actually, speaking of that makeover too, the competition. I think I told you this at the event, JP, and I think it was all in good fun. But I had the odd donation sent to me, where I think they were it was a lady from Colorado, and she basically was like, here's my donation. Just make sure you beat that JP Warren guy. And I was just like, okay. It was. I think it was all in fun. I'm pretty sure, but it was kind of.
That's kind of a personal attack, but okay, it's for a good cause. What I do to you?
Okay, I'll take your donation. I'll make sure to let them know.
JP. Okay.
Her heart was in the right place.
I guess it was.
Sure it was.
And Keith, I just want to give a real quick shout out to the Master Chief, the blade and the Halo stuff behind you. I noticed that and I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. I tried to dress it up. I got a little Halo figures on top. Some toys in here that drive my son crazy. He's like, "Dad, can I open those up?" And I'm like, "No, those are for me." And so I got to buy him a few versions of it. So
I'm kind of curious if we can get people to kind of call people out in the comments right now to see if they can call people out to kind of start raising to put them as a candidate to think about, plant the seed, if you will, to be a candidate for 2023 year to cut their locks.
Ooh, anybody?
Yeah.
Let's call people out. Let's put them on the spot.
Oh, Erin Williams. She has beautiful hair.
Yes, she did. Her comment say she was watching from Alabama, Gadsden.
Yeah,
that's funny because my wife's in Alabama today too. So small world. Erin and Erin's.
She's gonna hate me for that.
So if you do see someone, or if you are thinking of someone out there who would be a great candidate to donate their hair to either whatever city that throw them in the comments here, tag them.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Or any of the past posts or something. Tag them in, and if we don't make it here, make sure that people are aware. You look up the hashtag Sky High. That's what I tagged a lot of my old posts in. JP did as well. So Gabe, Nicholas, it really is out there. I had a great time. Me and my wife, really wanted to, we enjoyed, like I said, we enjoyed the San Antonio event so much. We really wanted to do something pretty big for that. And we were very happy to, participate as much as we could in the Permian event. And we're looking forward to this year's Permian event. Nicholas, do you have the date?
Yeah. We have the date. It's September 7th and 8th, I believe. Let me double check that. That was off the top of my head. So if I got that right, Brittany, that's pretty good for me. I don't even keep a calendar.
It's the banquet followed by the shoot, correct? And
yeah.
did you buy tables already?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just saying that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
And you go.
And they can find out all that information on the Sky High website, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Skyhighforkids.org. I'm pretty sure it's actually open though, but I'm looking right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is. It is the 7th and 8th, so I'm good. Top of my head, I did it. And
Excellent.
then yeah. So yes,
6
you can buy
months to the day.
tables, donations.
Wow.
Yes, we're live. We're live. You can do it.
Perfect.
I got some breaking news.
Excellent.
You want breaking news first to hear it?
Yes.
All right, breaking news. I just got this text from Brittany. I didn't even know it. Sky High just did a $1 million commitment with Covenants Children's Hospital in Lubbock, Texas. We're going to donate $200,000 per year for the next 5 years to expand their hematology and oncology unit.
Whoa!
Congratulations. That's amazing.
So we are bringing local impact to West Texas. We now have an official partnership with Covenants. So there we go.
That's exciting. Congrats to y'all. That's exciting.
Thank you,
Breaking
sir.
news right here.
Great.
Well, we're at 30 minutes. We'll start wrapping it up. We'll give everybody a chance to shout out anything else they got going on, other charities or other events or work or something. Gabe, we're going to start with you. What are you going to – got anything you want to shout out or want people to know? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Man, no, I don't have anything on the horizon, but I mean, you're inspiring me to get more involved in something. So definitely be reaching out.
You could always donate some or find people to donate to our water drive. We are looking for 5 more pallets of water to go to East Palestine, Ohio for the Oil and Gas Workers Association. So if you know anybody around, it's about $200
How much is a
to
pallet
get a
of water?
pallet of water.
I mean, I'll do 5 of them. You need 5 pallets.
Shit, just like that? Man, look at that.
Right.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, Gabe, don't ask anybody because we don't want to do another truckload. Not that we don't want to, but we'll have to raise another 20, and then I don't know. Maybe the guys will hit me over the head to find another truck and stuff. But thank you, sir, for taking the time and joining us today. I look forward to your next trip to the Permian. When is your next trip to the Permian, Gabe?
I might be there next week. I'll let you know.
Excellent. Reach out, man. We'll get together. JP.
Well, I do want to say something real quick. There is another breaking news. We might have a candidate. Lord Bailey Midkiff said, put me in, but I don't know if it'll be long enough. Hey, that's one candidate right there. All right, we're calling you out right now on Tallybook Tuesdays. Calling you out, Lord. I love it. Hey, the only thing I want to plug is first off, thanks for putting us the band back together, Keith. Second thing is, if you notice the virtual background, I wrote a children's book called Energy for Everyone. You can find it on Amazon. It's read to my daughter's school. It kind of talks about energy, the pros and cons of all of it, why we need a good energy mix. It's been a pretty fun experience, and I'm looking forward to putting some more books down. But that's my plug right there. Check out Energy for Everyone. For the family, for it's actually pretty good for adults too. Some adults that are maybe outside the energy industry, but check it out. You can find it again on Amazon, and I'd love to talk to you about it if you want me to do a reading or anything like that. So that's
I'll make sure I put the book in
Congrats, JP.
The case next time, JP. We got one. As soon as you brought that out, I got it for my kids. They loved it. And
I love that.
Probably get a video of them reading that here one of these days.
I dig that.
Sir, and also Connection Crew. You're doing great with Connection Crew. I see it, everything. Congratulations on your success there with Connection Crew, JP.
I appreciate that. Hey, and if you are out in Midland, we're having Kids Crew June 10th in Midland. That's the last plug. It's where we bring kids together, learn about energy and promote STEM activities and hobbies and all that fun stuff. So you can touch base with me if you want to learn more about that. And that's the last plug. And we're also doing another one in Houston in July. Last plug. Done. Nicholas.
Perfect. And sir, Nicholas, we'll end with you. You had a great plug there for Sky High. Anything else you working with? Any other charities you work with, or anything with Traverse that you guys got going on? Or go ahead, the floor is yours.
No, I just want to give a shout out to Gabe's coworkers that keep walking by and just like, you know, just rubbernecking the entire deal. It's been very entertaining. No, everything with my company's going great. There's nothing really I need to plug here. Like I said, Sky High is always looking for like good committee members if you want to commit to something, or simple as volunteers, just, you know, day of event or just whatever you got. I mean, we're always looking for good volunteers or committee members. So just reach out if you can. And hey, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad to see you guys. And thank you, Keith, for putting this together.
No problem, sir. Happy to do so. Thought it was worth revisiting, and you know, Sky High is always great to help support. Ray gave me a little shout or call during the live stream. I had to send it to silent. So Ray, I will call you back here at any moment, sir. Shout out to Ray Trevino and his The Crew Truth podcast. I actually am supposed to schedule to go on that here shortly in the next month or so. And Ray's been a great supporter of our efforts in Ohio. So thank you, sir, for that. And
Ray's awesome. I just want to say, I want to echo that. Ray is solid. He's good people. I like Ray a lot.
Man, this industry, the reason, a lot of people ask, Keith, why do you do this show? It's to show, the human side of the oil industry, right? And troubleshooting was like generally the basis. It's hard to find people willing to tell some of the troubleshooting stories, but it's to show that there isn't really, you could go take petroleum engineering, but once you get out in the field, there isn't a school to show you like when shit starts hitting the fan, like how to calmly address it piece by piece. And some of this stuff has just never happened before. And you got to build the tool to address it, or, so there's brilliant people in the industry, really great hearts that support things like Sky High. A lot of education, water drives. So I don't know. The oil industry has always been great to me, and I always want to try and return the favor. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Stay on momentarily after I end the broadcast, and we'll do a proper goodbye. And tell everybody, till next week, or I don't know what adventure we'll run into. Yes, sir. That is a great photo. Happy birthday to Monica once again. And,
happy birthday to my beautiful wife.
Till next time, that's how you troubleshoot.